Hi friends, welcome to this pre-market analysis of Nifty, where on a chart we try to make informed guesses of where buyers and sellers are. So this is all yesterday's analysis, and as you can see, the broader analysis on the broader, this is Nifty on a daily time frame. The broader analysis was that Nifty is to trade between this red fair value gap and this green fair value gap. That's sell side liquidity and buy side liquidity, and it essentially traded between those. And then we had set the bottom of this day candle. This is the day candle of 2nd June. It's supposed to act as a resistance now. Well, actually, we managed to have a close above this, and that's now should ideally today act as a support. So that's something positive. And this up move, the slight up move that we got is essentially fueled by the RBI policy for the banks. That's supposed to bring in huge liquidity until December. Huge foreign currency liquidity, to be specific. Now let's quickly forget all the previous day's analysis and start with today's. So essentially, what we do here is we analyze Nifty on different time frames, starting from the monthly all the way down to the hourly time frame. Look for biases, look for buyers, levels of buyers and sellers, and liquidity. So starting with the monthly time frame, there's no bias because there's no higher lows formed and there's no lower highs formed. So there's essentially no bias on this chart of Nifty, on this monthly time frame chart of Nifty. And then there are two important levels that we need to look at. This is where the sellers are and this is where the buyers are. Why is it here? This is because of this swing low, and that's where the sellers are. We still are struggling to find a close above this level, and this is where the sellers are. This could act as a good target for Nifty if Nifty decides to fall. That is now going to the weekly time frame. On a weekly time frame, Nifty is bearish. Why is it bearish? You look at this. This is a swing high. If it's not visible, let me just expand it a little, zoom in a little. This is a swing high. This is lower swing high, and this is another low swing high. So continuously forming lower highs, and that essentially translates to bearish sentiments in the market. And on the weekly time frame, is there anything else to look for? I believe this is weekly. Yes, this is a fair value gap that's created a few weeks back. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, and this is the fifth week that Nifty is this fair value gap is holding Nifty up. This buy side liquidity is holding Nifty up. Let's see how long that goes. If there's no fresh buying coming into Nifty, then Nifty is bound to fall. Going over to the daily time frame. On a daily time frame, Nifty is once again bearish. You see, this is a swing high, lower high, and a lower high. So Nifty is essentially bearish, and there's let's look at what are the important levels. I had this line in here. Yes, this line is basically a good support. So this is 1, 2, 3 green candles before Nifty shot up until 24,600. So this is an order block that facilitated this rally. So the midpoint of that is what I have drawn here. That's 22,750 is a good support if Nifty decides to fall down. Now, what is this line? Let's take a look. Yeah, this line is the bottom of the day candle of 2nd June, and that's a flat bottom candle. It's supposed to be good buyers, big buyers, but then we got a close below it. I thought so. The inference was it now acts as a resistance, and now we have got a close above it. Now it should act as support. Look at that candle. Now this is a fair value gap that was previously created here. So this is a sell side liquidity. So if Nifty decides to go all the way up here, then here it could take some sort of resistance. Now, and here we have a sell side liquidity. Right here, it's a tiny little fair value gap that's formed between these two candles, the day before yesterday's and yesterday's candle. And that not day before yesterday's, the day before that, that's 5th June and the 9th June candle. So this is a tiny fair value gap, but still it does exist. So now you see there's a tight range that's created here for Nifty. If there's an open above this or open below this, then it becomes tricky. We need to move down the time frame. Then that is going over to the 4-hour time frame. On a 4-hour time frame, Nifty is bearish. This is a swing high. This is a lower high, so Nifty is bearish. And an hourly time frame, let's see what, if anything, has changed in the hourly time frame. Yes, it has indeed changed in the hourly time frame. Nifty has become bullish. You see, this is a swing low and this is a higher low. So I need to correct this, and this has become bullish. And this is a news-based rally that we had got yesterday, and so let's see if anything on that lines can sustain today, or the sellers will take this as an opportunity to sell off at a better price. So if this is a dead cat bounce or not, we'll see today. That's it. Once again, I'm not a certified analyst. I do this just for educational purpose. Thank you.